Brigida, back over to you.
Thank you, Lindsay. Now on Bounce, you know, brides-to-be have a ton of decisions to make ahead of their wedding day. One of the most important ones, the dress. Will it be a ball gown, A-line? Perhaps you're more of a mermaid gal. We called on wedding planner Ivy Robinson and the Aaron Gray couture dress designer CJ Bostrom to give us their expertise. So welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys being here. Okay, Ivy, first to you. What should every bride think about before wedding dress shopping?
So they need to think about where their wedding's going to be, the reception. Are they going to be outside? Or are they going to be in a church? And what time of year it is. So if you are going dress shopping, you need to already pretty much have a lot of that established, because that affects the style of dress you get along with the shoes that you wear with your dress.
Right.
So, and then she could probably tell you more about that.
What would you say to that?
I think what Ivy has hit on is definitely spot on. But again, sometimes the venue, I don't like to have always the venue dictate what type of dress you're going to wear. So if somebody's going to get married in a garden and they really want a formal gown, I say it's your day. Go with it. Do what you want to do.
Absolutely, it's your day. How soon should you know, a wedding dress be ordered ahead of the wedding? Because, you know, I think it varies, but at the very least, it needs to be at least 6 months out.
Yeah, minimum 6 months out. And the reason we say that most production time is anywhere from 3 to 4 months on average. Then you want time for alterations. But if you're having a portrait done prior to the wedding, then you want to count from the portrait date back to allow time to do that as well. So I always say on the safe side, 8 months to be comfortable. So that way, if there's any issues or unexpected events like the weather that's happening around the country, and it delays a lot of production, so we would want to account for that as well.
But what about, you know, for the brides who say, oh, I'm comfortable buying off the rack, or if they don't want to order, then I guess the timeline can be tweaked a bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because then they already have their gown. So primarily we say about 6 weeks prior to your wedding or your portrait date is when you want to start alterations, so everything's fine at that point.
Speaking of alterations, how much should brides budget for alterations?
Okay, it varies a lot of times depending on the gown. The more layers you have, the bigger it is. If you've been that bride who's been working out a bunch and bought the gown when you're at one size and then lost so many. So we normally say anywhere from $250 to $600.
Wow.
It's a huge range, but once again, if somebody has a very simple gown, it's going to be different, you know, cost-wise. But it's not like taking in a dress from Banana Republic where there's just like 1 or 2 layers. These are gowns that are very intricate in details, handmade, lace appliques. All these things are to be thought about.
CJ, I want to show off some of your designs and what we have in the Mega Monitor. We have a mannequin, and then we also have a great model tonight who you're showing off 2 different styles here.
Yes, and so what I've done primarily is with Aaron Gray Couture is a mix and match concept. So you pretty much come in, you build your own dress. So you can have a top and put it on a different skirt. You can have it sewn into one piece. So what we're seeing this season is a lot of gold, a lot of crop tops as well. And so on Heather, we have a crop top in French Alençon lace with a little bit of gold and a T-length skirt in organza. And then beside her we have a strapless top with a high-low hem that we've named Ivy after Miss Ivy Robinson. Okay. And so it is actually reversible, so she can wear it on the side with the appliques on top, or switch it around and have the white on top. So it's pretty diversible. And so it's for anybody who has a unique taste and wants something a little different, but we also create a lot of things that are traditional as well.
So I know that, you know, from all the things that I've read and the folks that I've talked to, the other important thing as a bride is to stay open, because the dress that you think you might not ever choose, you could put it on and boom, you're saying yes to the dress.
That is so true. Primarily because we don't put on wedding dresses every day. So the silhouette that you might wear to work one day is not the same silhouette that is best for you for the wedding day. And gowns are constructed so differently. So we always say definitely keep it open, try a little bit of everything on to figure out what it is you don't want, and then you eventually find what it is that you do want.
And also knowing that a dress on the hanger looks very different once it's on
you. Absolutely. They don't all have hanger appeal at all. And that's why it's very important to go somewhere where they're knowledgeable, they'll pull things for you. Like at J. Majors, we definitely let the customer pick what they want to try on, but we go in, and just because we know how the gowns fit, what they look like, we will pull for the customer and help guide them along the way. And so it makes the experience a lot easier.
Okay. For more information about Erin Gray Couture or how to contact Ivy or CJ, log on to WBTV.com. Be sure to look in the Web Extras section under the Home tab. We thank you so much for being here, CJ and Ivy. This is great information. Thank you guys so much. Heather, thank you. Lovely modeling there. And Lindsay, do we have time to check in with you for last weather?
Yeah, I think